This video shows you how to produce R-Markdown documents in HTML, Word, or PDF formats. This is a shorter version of the video. If you already know the basics of R-Script and R-Markdown, and you just need help with producing the documents, this video should be sufficient. But if you think you could use some extra help for installing packages and other basics in RStudio, see the longer version of the video. With that, I'm going to go to the new file. I'm going to create a new R Markdown. It's going to ask me to give it a title and choose one of the formats. Since there are three options available, I'm going to do HTML first, Word next, and PDF at the last because you need to install additional package in order to create this PDF document. But once you put the title and the author, and you can hit OK. You see that here is the title, here is the author. You would see the date that you're working on, and output format right now is HTML format of the document. This is the standard view you get when you choose new R Markdown. And then here is the standard example command, starting command, and description that come with R Markdown. So I'm not going to change anything since I assume you already know how to do this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to this document. It's going to open the location where you want to save your file. Let me call this, let me do it right on my desktop. Let me call it R Markdown document HTML, and I'm going to hit save, and then it should produce a document in HTML format. Here you would be organizing your content, the headings and subheadings with the number of hash pounds or pound sign here. Let me do the same thing in Word format. I'm going to go to R Markdown. I'm going to call it R Markdown document. Let me call this Word, and I'm going to choose Word and hit OK. You see the exact same thing, except that the output is changed to Word from HTML. Now if I net it, it's going to ask you to give it a file name, and again do the same thing. I can just change this HTML to Word, and it will recognize you're converting this to Word document. Hit save, and you see that the Word document is highlighting here. So your output is nicely formatted into the Word document. Okay, so this is a good output. The third thing I want to show is how to create PDF documents. Let's do the same thing again. R Markdown document PDF. I'm going to click PDF, and if you notice that PDF output requires tech, MacTech on Windows, MacTech on OS, but instead of that, we are going to install additional package within R so that we don't, even if we don't have these additional programs in our computer, it should work fine. Now hit OK. Everything else looks the same here except for PDF document, and as I said earlier, in order to create PDF document, you need to install another package. I'm going to create a new chunk or insert a new R chunk right here, and then I'm going to put these install commands here. Since I've already installed those commands, I'm not going to rerun them, but you need to run them for the first time. Once you do in your computer, it should be fine. That's why I have commented them out. Let me net the document, and it shows right here is the output. Okay, so what you see here is I started with the HTML document, and then I did another one for Word, another one for PDF. All of these I saved right on my desktop. So you should see that there is R-Markdown HTML. The R-Markdown file is saved. But then you see that there is also the HTML document that you can open in your web browser. So let me close this, and then you go to with the Word document. Corresponding file is here. We did this and it opens in the Word format. And here is the third one. We did it for PDF, and you can open PDF document right in your PDF reader. So that's what I wanted to show. You should be able to change other things that go within the program. So here, the good thing is you can see all the commands that you use here, and you have the output. So that's great. One thing you notice is here's the summary of the cars data, that it shows the command right here, and here is the output. But you see with the plot, you don't see the command that generated this plot, and it is the way the example on the R-Markdown file for the plots, it said there was echo equals to false, and this command, this parameter was added to code chunk to prevent printing the R code that generated the plot. So if you want to show the code, you can you don't have to include this echo equals to false. There are other options you play around, but the main purpose was to show you how to produce the 3 different types of documents, and that's it for this video.